Hello all, it's 8 o'clock, beer time in the Tom's Tavern, and we're having another couple of pints of this rather fantastic bitter, hand pumped, that tastes just like it does. No, it tastes better than it does in the pubs. We just give that a minute now to settle, and then we'll top it up to the top, because that'll settle the top of about there. It's all cloudy now, and then it'll settle down and be a good pint, that. But in the meantime, there's nothing on the telly. Well, there's all sorts of shite on the telly, but there's nothing that I want that's worth watching. There's no pubs open. It's like that all over Britain, all over the world in fact. So we just have to put up with what we've got. I'm lucky to have my own pub going, make my own brews now, so I don't have to queue up at the supermarket, because everybody's queuing up at the supermarket because they can't get pubs in the beer, they can't get beer in the pubs, so they get it from the supermarkets. And it's pretty cheap though. At the supermarkets, it's quite cheap. We can get 2 packs of Carlsberg, 18 cans for 20 quid. So it's 36 cans for 30 quid. Still, they're not pint cans though, they're 44 millilitres, which is about 3/4 of a pint. So if you have 2 cans of that, you've got a pint and a half of Carl. So it's still pretty cheap. I'll just top this up now. That's smashing. Smashing. Oh, it's a bit cold in here. I'm going drinking this in the somewhere warmer. Well, I'll just let that settle down now, so you can see the real colour of it. You can't get the real colour there because it starts clearing from the bottom. Because what the pump does, there's a sprinkler at the bottom where it agitates it, and all the bits and pieces take time to clear up. I don't exactly know what they mean, how it works, but that's what drinking beer's about. In my world, you know, a lot of people just crack open a can of lager and they think that's beer. Well, it is, you know, it's just the same to your legs. Have you a few too many and it makes your legs wobble, just the same way. But with this you get better flavours, because you can make, for instance, a draft bitter, best bitter, a common bitter, Yorkshire bitter, a Scottish bitter, and they make all sorts of different names, bitter and twisted. I don't know, I can't remember all. But they're all different, so you get a different taste. Whereas lager is lager, it's just a fizzy cold drink. I think you see that's clearing up now. It's not quite clear proper yet, but I'm getting cold here. You can see my breath, like I'm smoking. So anyway, Happy New Year everybody. Well, that bitter was excellent, but now I'm going to try pale ale. And the pale ale is called a pale ale because it's pale in colour. It's almost like an orange juice type of colour. And it's got a different taste than bitter. I'm not saying it's better than bitter, I'm not saying it's worse, but it's different. So you've not got that same thing like with Carling, where Carling is always a cold drink. If you ever drink lager warm, it's not nice, because you're tasting nothing except, I don't know why it is, but it doesn't taste nice. It only tastes nice when it's cold, because it's meant that way, it's meant to be that way, because It's like hot weather drink, but it's refreshing for hot weather. It's like a cold drink, which is nice. But this stuff, you can drink it warm. Well, not too warm. You won't eat it, but what I mean is room temperature. So we'll just let that settle like we did with the bitter, because that's the same thing. It's got a sprinkler on here that agitates the beer, and the beer goes up, and then you'll see it's clouding from the bottom, it's clearing from the bottom upwards, and then when it gets to the top, I'll just top it up if need be, but that looks like it's not going to need topping up any, it's going to settle okay. And then I'll go in the house and drink that, because it's not got any warmer in here. But that'll be it for tonight. So 2 pints of one of them and one of them is okay. And I'll be happy with that. I'll be going to bed. So we'll just give you a look at the colour of it. You can see it's clearing up there. I'm going to take this inside and enjoy that, and then it's good night from me, it's good night from him, and I'll be going to bed. I'll see you again some other day.